everybody, I hope you are doing well. It has been a little while since you've seen my face because I haven't uploaded anything in about a month now. Basically because I was very busy with 2 jobs. So yeah, it has been busy. I didn't really have the time to film anything, but I am back. I'm so excited. I want to talk about books again because it has been way too long. And in this video, because it is still December, I thought it would be fun to talk about some of my winter book recommendations. Before I do that, however, I would very much like to talk about Ana Luisa because this video is made in partnership with Ana Luisa, a jewelry company that I love very much. They are currently having their biggest sale of the year, the end of the year holiday campaign. As of right now, you have a 10% discount on everything, and then there's also up to 60% of a discount on last chance items, which is insane. I love a good discount, who doesn't? But I very much recommend checking out my link down below in the description box to take a look at their website and see what is there, what is available, and maybe you find some jewelry pieces that you like. For this video, Ana Luisa sent me 4 pieces and I finally got a couple of Ana Luisa rings, which I have been wanting for ages now. Basically I don't wear rings, but I really wanted to, which is why this partnership is just perfect for that. These rings are absolutely amazing. I'm in love with them. I love wearing them. I've had many compliments about them in the past couple of weeks when I started wearing them. They are so pretty. I love that they are gold, but one of them also has some silver elements to it. In case you don't know, I really love jewelry that is both gold and silver, and Ana Luisa just has the perfect items for that. You can also very much see that in the earrings that I received, because I received 2 pairs of earrings to add to my Ana Luisa earring collection. I'm so happy with them, especially because I have like my ears pierced 3 times. So it's just perfect to stack them together, to combine them together. They look so gorgeous, so pretty. It's also perfect to wear during Christmas. I'm basically just obsessed with them. So yeah, in case you cannot tell, I'm very enthusiastic about Ana Luisa and their pieces, their jewelry. They're just very pretty. I highly recommend them. And again, you can take a look at my link down below in the description box. Take a look at the website for yourself. The service is amazing. Like, these pieces again arrived so quickly. I love them. I wear them all the time. And yeah, again, a big sale is on their website right now. You don't want to miss that. Then it is now time to, yes, talk about some of my winter book recommendations. For me, winter is definitely a season that I enjoy very much because of, obviously, the holidays. Christmas, in my case, is my favorite holiday of the year. It's almost here. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But also I feel like we often forget that winter doesn't really start until right now, and then it still lasts for 3 months. So I also really enjoy reading these books in January and February and a bit of March. When I think of winter book recommendations, I definitely think of fantasy, and I think of books that naturally take place during a winter setting. So I have a couple of books on this list that I would really like to talk about. And I think you probably get what I'm going for. So let's just do it. Let's just get started. And I will give you my winter book recommendations. So I'm going to start off with a trilogy that is not a very original one for a winter book recommendations video, because it is talked about many times, especially during the winter, but that is the Winter Night Trilogy by Catherine Arden, which consists of The Bear and the Nightingale, The Girl in the Tower, and The Winter of the Witch. Yes, I am going to talk about it as well, but with good reason, because these books, I will just hold up The Bear and the Nightingale because I'm way too lazy to hold up 3 books at a time, but these books are perfect to read during the winter. There's definitely a reason why these are so often recommended. So this entire trilogy, it takes place in a historical kind of fantasy version of Russia, and it is very much inspired by Russian mythology, and it's very much prominent throughout the story. The main character is a girl named Vasha, who is very special because she's able to see the magical spirits that normal people cannot see. So she's kind of different, which also leads into a lot of different mythology inspired situations that I cannot really get into because, again, this entire series, it's very hard to give a premise about it. But all that I can say is that the setting of winter, like it being the season of winter, is very important to the story. So this book, it is just winter magic all around. It has amazing stories, amazing characters, and it has definitely the best writing ever. Like this book especially, or like this entire trilogy especially, is so dear to me because the writing is gorgeous and beautiful and lyrical, and I love that type of writing so much. It might not be for everybody, like it really has to be your type of genre, like something that you enjoy, but I really enjoy it, and this book series does it so well. It really just transforms you, or like transports you into this world. It takes you along for the ride with like these magical characters, this adventure, everything that is going on. And it's all done in a very prominent winter setting. So there's lots of snow, lots of coldness, and it's very important to the story. So yeah, it is not a very original book recommendation, but I would say that it's a very good book recommendation, even if I say so myself. Like, I'm recommending it to you because I love it very much. My next recommendation is one that isn't really all that popular, but it is one that I've talked about a lot myself, and that is The Snow Child by Ewan Ivey. I feel like the title already says it all about why I think this is a winter book recommendation. The Snow Child is actually historical fiction, and it's about a married older couple named Jack and Mabel in the 1920s who moved to Alaska after they have lost their own child. They now live in Alaska in the snow, the cold, the ice, everything. And they start seeing this very mysterious little girl who seems to be a bit more like magical than maybe they had initially realized. Sounds again a bit ambiguous and a bit vague, but that is also part why I love this book so much. You really have to read it for yourself to find out what is actually going on. The Snow Child is gorgeous. I've read it, I think now, it has been like 4 years or 5 years. I don't know, it has been a while, but it's so pretty. It is very emotional, it is very beautiful, and again, it is a book that very prominently takes place during the winter, and it's just winter all around. And I feel like it again has those magical, or like not really magical in the same sense as the Winter Night trilogy, but it has sort of like a magical vibe in the way that winter can be magical, like snow can be magical. Also very good writing, also, yeah, again, very emotional. I just love this book very much. I keep recommending it. It's not a very popular one again, but it's very dear to me. And I think this book, you just have to read it during the winter time. I feel like it's just, you will enjoy it the most if you read it during the winter, which is what I did, and I loved it, and I had a great time reading it, and it's just very pretty. Then another book recommendation that is not very original, but it is one that I stand behind, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which is like, maybe if this is your first booktube video ever, then you have not heard about it, but chances are that you probably have. The Night Circus is about this magical circus that appears out of nowhere, and central to the story there's also this magical duel between two magicians. There are lots more characters, there is lots more that is happening. It's magical realism, it is gorgeous, it is amazing. And the reason why I prefer to read this during the winter, because I have read it a couple of times, is because it is so magical, it is so whimsical, it is very atmospheric. This book will make you want to go to the Night Circus so badly. Like all the hype, in my opinion, is very deserved and very real. It's just so good, it's so pretty, it's so beautiful. You're really transported into the story. And again, that is really what I'm looking for during the winter. That magical feeling, that feeling of wonder, that feeling of atmosphere, that you're really there in the story. And The Night Circus does that really well. I'm not going to talk about it for too long because I've already done that many times before. It's just very good. And I love to reread it. I should probably do so soon because I'm already getting excited just talking about it. Another magical story, I feel like that's definitely the theme of this video, but that is A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. Also a favorite book of mine that I've talked about many times before. A Pinch of Magic is middle grade, and it tells the story of 3 sisters who are trapped in a very old curse, and who also have 3 magical objects. Basically their goal is to break the curse. It's a very straightforward premise. It's not really about the premise in this book because it's not really like complicated or anything. This book is really about, first of all, the world building and the magic, and second of all, it's about the sister relationship. I am such a sucker for sibling relationships in books, especially sister relationships. I think they are just beautiful to read about. And I feel like winter, especially the holidays in particular, are really about that family feeling, that family relationship, whether it's like with your family or your friends, whatever. But for me, this book really represents that. It really represents that feeling of belonging and you feeling like you're part of a family. And it's done in such a beautiful and cute way as well. It is middle grade. There are funny moments, there are emotional moments. It basically has everything. And I very much enjoyed this book. And it's very bad of me, but I still need to read book 2 and 3 in this series. I still haven't done so, even though I enjoyed the first book so much. I guess I'm just kind of intimidated by the rest of the series because I love this one so much. But yeah, I very much recommend it. I think that this book is very suitable to read during winter. And then my final book recommendation is kind of the odd one out when it comes to genre and atmosphere, because it's a thriller and it's No Exit by Taylor Adams. This is one that I've talked about in my recent thriller book recommendations video as well, because this is one that I finished relatively recently. No Exit is about a girl named Darby who gets struck, or like who gets stuck during a blizzard at this rest stop in the middle of nowhere. There is no reception, no way to contact anybody whatsoever. She's completely snowed in with 4 other strangers. But then Darby discovers that one of the cars at the rest stop contains a girl locked in a cage, which means that one of the 4 strangers is a kidnapper and she has no way of contacting anybody, so she's stuck there with herself basically. She doesn't know who to trust and she doesn't really know what to do. This book is especially winter related because the winter setting. The winter setting is very important for the story. There's a blizzard going on. You get my meaning. That is probably the reason why I want to recommend it as a winter book recommendation, because it is so prominently set during the winter. Apart from that, it's a thriller and I personally prefer to read thrillers during the summer, but for this one I will make the exception. This book, I enjoyed it so much. It is so tension filled, such a page turner. You're on the edge of your seat the entire time. I could not put it down because it's definitely a book where you're like, okay, what is going to happen next? It is very, very thrilling. So yeah, it's definitely a thriller. But yeah, it's one that is very much set during the winter. So it counts as a winter book recommendation for me. I will say though that I also really enjoyed reading this in like September, which wasn't really winter yet. But yeah, it's a good one. Very much enjoyed it. Love thrillers. This is the only thriller that maybe I would recommend during the winter and not in the summer, which is usually the case with me. And that was it for my winter book recommendations. I really hope that maybe it was helpful to you and that maybe you now have a couple of books that you're also interested in reading. And yeah, if that is the case, please let me know. I would love to hear. I would also love to hear your book recommendations. So what do you prefer to read during the winter? I mean, we still have lots and lots of winter ahead of us, so there's still definitely time for that. So yeah. Okay, yeah, I again love to know. Would love to hear your thoughts. I love reading your comments. But this was basically it for my video. I do hope you have enjoyed it, that you liked it. And yeah, again, you can also subscribe if you want to see more. You can give it a like. I would really appreciate all the support. Also, again, I very much recommend you checking out my Ana Luisa link down in the description box. It's right there. You can take a look at their website. I'm sure there's something there for you because, again, gorgeous pieces of jewelry. And then yeah, hopefully I will see you again very soon in my next video. And if you are celebrating during the holidays, I hope you have an amazing time. And yeah, hopefully I will see you again very soon. And until then, bye!